184. Inserted after the heading, as amended by subsection A of such subtitle. 3. The note 8 U.S.C. 1194. 19 U.S.C. 4561. Redesignated as Section 311, and 4. Amended by striking subsections B and C, B by striking A, and all that follows through upon, and inserting upon C by striking the agreement each place it appears, and inserting the anchor D by striking Annex 1603, and inserting Annex 16, and E by striking Annex 1608, and inserting Article 16.1. See the Non-Immigrant Professionals, Section 214 of the Immigration and Nationality Act 8 U.C. 1184 is amended 1 in subsection E- by striking paragraphs 1, 3, 4, and 5 B by redesignating paragraphs 2 and 6 as paragraphs 1 and 2, respectively, and C in paragraph 1 as redesignated by subparagraph B- by striking Annex 1603 of the North American Free Trade Agreement in this subsection, referred to as Nafta, and inserting Annex 16 of the USMCA, as defined in Section 3 of the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement Implementation Act, and 2 by striking the third and fourth sentences, and inserting the following. For purposes of this paragraph, the term citizen of Mexico means citizen, as defined in Article 16.1 of the USMCA. And 2 in subsection J 1- in the first sentence, by striking Annex 1603 of the North American Free Trade Agreement, and inserting Annex 16 of the USMCA, as defined in Section 3 of page 134 Stat. 72. The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement Implementation Act B in the second sentence, by striking Article 1603 of such agreement, and inserting Article 16. 4 of the anchor and a C in the third sentence, by striking Annex 1608 of such agreement, and inserting Article 16.1 of the anchor. D. Conforming amendments -1 Integrated Entry and Exit Data System, Section 110, C1B of the Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act of 1996, 8 U.C. 1365 A.C. 1b, is amended by striking North American Free Trade Agreement and inserting USMCA, as defined in Section 3 of the United States, Mexico-Canada Agreement Implementation Act. 2. Enhanced Border Security and Visa Entry Reform Act of 2002. Section 604 of the Enhanced Border Security and Visa Entry Reform Act of 2002, 8 U.C. 1773, is amended by striking North American Free Trade Agreement and inserting USMCA, as defined in Section 3 of the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement Implementation Act. Additional clerical amendments. The table of contents for this act is amended by striking the item relating to subtitle A of Title II and inserting the following. Subtitle B. Temporary Entry of Business Persons, Sector 311. Temporary Entry. F. The note 8 U.S.C. 1184 Note. Effective date -1 in general. Each transfer, redesignation, and amendment made by this section shall take effect on the date on which the USMCA enters into force, and b. Note. Applicability. Apply with respect to a visa issued on or after that date. 2. Transition from Nafta. In the case of a visa issued before the date on which the USMCA enters into force, the transfers, redesignations, and amendments made by this section shall not apply with respect to the visa, and b. The provisions of law amended by subsections b through d, as such provisions were in effect on the day before that date, shall continue to apply on and after that date with respect to the visa. Sec. 504. Dispute settlement in anti-dumping and countervailing duty cases. A. Clerical amendment. Subtitle B of Title IV of this Act is amended in the subtitle heading by striking the reserved. B. References in subtitle Section 401 of the North American Free Trade Agreement Implementation Act in 19 U.C. 3431 is a 1 transferred to subtitle B of Title IV of this Act and inserted after the heading as amended by subsection 8 of such subtitle. 2. Note. 19 U.S.C. 4581. Redesignated as Section 411, and a 3 amended by striking the agreement and inserting the USMCA. Page 134 Stat. 73 C. The organizational and administrative provisions. Section 402 of the North American Free Trade Agreement Implementation Act in 19 U.C. 3432 is a 1 transferred to subtitle B of Title IV of this Act and inserted after Section 411 as inserted and redesignated by subsection B2 redesignated as Section Note 19 U.S.C. 4582. 412 and a 3 amended in subsection A-I in paragraph A1-I in subparagraph A-D by striking in paragraph 1 and all that follows and inserting in paragraph 1 of Annex 10 B.1 and paragraph 1 of Annex 10 B.3 and I in subparagraph E by striking Chapter 19 and inserting Chapter 10 and I in the matter following subparagraph E by striking in paragraph 1 and all that follows through Annex 1904.13 and inserting in paragraph 1 of Annex 10b. 1 and paragraph 1 of Annex 10b.3 and a 2 in paragraph A2-I in the paragraph heading by striking under and all that follows before the period and I in the text and AA by striking paragraph 1 of Annex 1901.2 and inserting paragraph 1 of Annex 10b. 1 BB by striking Chapter 19 each place it appears and inserting Chapter 10 and a CC by striking Article 1905 and inserting Article 10.13b in subsection B1-I by striking Chapter 19 each place it appears and inserting Chapter 10 and a 2 by striking Article 1905 and inserting Article 10. 13. Seed in subsection a seed dash I in paragraph a 1 dash I by striking chapter 19 each place it appears and inserting chapter 10 and I by striking article 1905 and inserting article 10.132 in paragraph a 2b dash I by striking chapter 19 each place it appears and inserting chapter 10 and I in clause I the I by striking article 1905 and inserting article 10. 13. A 3 in paragraph a 3 a dash a I in subparagraph a I by striking annex 1901.2 and inserting annex 10 b.1 I in subparagraph of 2 by striking under annex 1904.13 and all that follows and inserting under annex 10 b.3 and special committees under article 10.13 and at page 134 stat 74 by in subparagraph a bi by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 and a 4 in paragraph a 4 dash I in subparagraph a by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 and I in subparagraph c. For the I by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 d in subsection d dash I in paragraph a 1 dash I in subparagraph a by striking in paragraph 1 and all that follows and inserting in paragraph 1 of annex 10b 1 and paragraph 1 of annex 10b.3 or and I in subparagraph b by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 a 2 in paragraph a 2 dash I in subparagraph of I by striking in paragraph 1 and all that follows through during and inserting in paragraph 1 of annex 10 b.1 and paragraph 1 of annex 10b 3 during I in subparagraph of 2 dash AA by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 and BB by striking the agreement and inserting the anchor I in subparagraph O3 by striking Nafta and inserting anchor IV in subparagraph BI by striking in paragraph 1 and all that follows and inserting in paragraph 1 of annex 10b.1 and paragraph 1 of annex 10b 3 or and a V in subparagraph a B2 by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 and a 3 in paragraph a 3 dash I in subparagraph a by striking in paragraph 1 and all that follows through during and inserting in paragraph 1 of annex 10 b.1 and paragraph 1 of annex 10b 3 during and I in subparagraph b by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 e in subsection e in the matter preceding paragraph 1 dash I by striking the agreement and inserting the anchor 2 by striking between the United States and all that follows through Nafta country and a 3 by striking January the 3rd 1994 and inserting January the 3rd 2020 F in subsection F by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 G in subsection G by striking chapter 19 and inserting chapter 10 and an H in subsection H By striking chapter